All right, what's going on? What's going on? My name is Ugo Opara, PA licensed real estate agent and investor based out of Philadelphia. And if you're watching this, that means that you've seen this little flyer or this little piece of advertisement or whatever the case may be, and you're interested in real estate and learning how to go about doing it, and you are in the right place. And I'm just super excited because this class is something. First and foremost, I've been asked to put it on, right? A lot of people have been asking me if I taught. I was like, nah, I'm just, you know what I mean? And now, uh, you know, it's happening. It's happening, and I'm super excited. And I know we already have a bunch of people that have already signed up. So I only have 30 slots, hence the name Philly30. So I think we already got 10 people that signed up the moment that they heard that I was doing this. So we only got 20 slots left, and I'm just super excited. The feedback has been awesome, and I haven't even officially dropped it. So that's dope. That's dope. But I want to go ahead and talk about why I created this course, and then a couple of the we're gonna go through a couple questions that everyone's been asking me about it. So I am an avid learner, right? So all of 2018 and really all of 2019, I've been going to class after class after class. I've been in real estate since 2013. Got my real estate license, jumped in the game head first, quit my job after I made sold the property and made what, like almost 3 or 4 times my monthly salary. I was like, yo, F this joint. I walked up to my boss and was like, yo, here go my 24-hour notice. I'm out of this joint. And then I continued not to do anything for almost a year, right? Racked up a bunch of credit card debt, had to move back in with my mom. And fast forward to now, and we moving. I mean, it's a blessing to even see where I'm at right now, what I'm able to do, and how I'm able to just slide in and out of slide in and out of projects real quick. You know what I mean? I go from no money to shimmying into a deal where we got 100 grand in the game. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing, and understanding how it all comes together is just a fantastic thing. And anyways, I've been going to class after class after class after class because I'm looking for ways to step it up to the next level and blase blase blase. Probably the same reason you're looking at this class. And what I realized was, number one, right? The information isn't that crazy, right? It's pretty simple, right? It's real estate is not complicated. This is not rocket science, right? So 100% confident that if you knew how to do math, if you had like a C or a B plus in math class, you're gonna understand everything that's going on right now. That's number one. Number two is that time is a factor, right? Like, you're not gonna be able to start from zero and get 100 units in 1 year unless you got like $1 million in the bank or something crazy. It's just not going to happen. So you have to just let time uh work for you, right? And that was my biggest thing. I was chasing a rush. I was trying to speed up the process, and I just went to class, and I spent like last year probably $8,000 on classes. This year we had like maybe seven, maybe not seven, probably like five. But long story short, I went to these classes, and what I'm realizing is like, oh, this class was great, but I would have done it this way, and this class was great, but I would have done it this way, and this class was pretty dope, but I would have done it this way, right? So this class, I'm so excited about it because there is no buts. I'm doing it the way that I think it should be done. I'm taking everything that I thought was done really well at other classes, plus I'm taking notes of everything that they missed, and I'm mashing it together. Right? So that's what this class is. Sprinkle a little bit of my personality and my personal experiences. I think this is going to make one hell of an impactful course. I think that anyone that attends this, it's a 2-day course, is action packed. We're going to be doing a lot. But anyways, let's get to the Q and A's because I know I'm getting excited. I'm gonna talk for a long time. So question number one I get is, what is this, yo? What is this class? And the class is a 2-day hands-on class on how to efficiently and effectively get into real estate and successfully flip homes and build a rental portfolio for financial freedom. Right? The last piece is my favorite one. Um, you know, rental portfolio for financial freedom. So the end goal is rentals, right? The end goal isn't to have this crazy, flip in business. The end goal isn't to have this crazy wholesale business. The end goal is a rental portfolio that complements your lifestyle, right? So if you say, Ugo, I'm trying to blow 10,000 racks every single year, right? $10,000, right? and you just want a portfolio that allows you to do that, then we take that number and we reverse engineer it, right? So we wouldn't wait we can't just build a portfolio to 10 and just say, okay, we're good, because you're gonna have vacancies. Some months it might be 10, some months it might be 8, some months it might be 9, some months it might be 7. So if you're aiming for 10, and we got to factor in taxes, healthcare insurance, property management. So if you're aiming for 10, you really need to be at like maybe 15, 20, right? And we reverse engineer that. How is this course different, right? So number one, just like I said, anytime someone's teaching something, they're going to teach it based on their experience. My experience is awesome because I have the experience of actually doing this stuff myself. I'm still physically doing it today. We got deals going on right now as I'm recording this. I saw a property today. I put an offer in on something today, like right now as I'm recording this. And so that's number one. Number two is that it's not just me teaching what I think needs to be taught. It's me going out, experiencing a bunch of other classes out there, seeing what's working for them, also seeing what I don't think is working and bringing it into this one. And then number three, right? Here's what happens, and I kept seeing it a lot. You would go to these classes, maybe it's a day long or something like that. And then they have the tour at the end of the property tour at the end of the whatever, the event. And what would happen would be you get all this information, right? You get it all. It's in your hands. You got the folder or a PDF or whatever. You get all this information, right? And you're feeling good while the class is going on. You talking to the people that are there. You're kicking it. The motivation is there. The motivation is high. You know what I mean? The hopefulness is high. And then you get home, and then a day goes by, and then a week goes by, and then another week goes by, and a month goes by, and a year goes by, and you ain't done nothing. You ain't done nothing because a lot of what happens is you go from being put into a systems, an environment where you're surrounded by people that are trying to make the same change you're trying to do, and then you revert back to an environment where that wasn't there to begin with. Right. So one of the things that I think that this is going to be so impactful is because the reason I'm calling it the Philly 30 is because I'm limiting it to only 30 people. And what I'm gonna do is after the class, we're not just gonna sing kumbaya and I send y'all out, right? We're actually gonna pair you guys up. I'm gonna pair you guys up into groups, right? And I'm gonna walk you through your first flip. We're all gonna do flips. I'm gonna walk you guys through your first flip. You guys get to see everything from how I'm hunting these properties out, how I'm lining up the lines of, what I'm doing with the lines of credit, how I'm working with the hard money, property analysis, walking through it, scope of work, permits with the city of Philadelphia, managing contractors, sourcing materials, managing the whole rehab, getting it rented, working with PHA or whatever program I'm thinking about working with at the time, refinancing it, paying everybody out, and keeping it moving, right? So the beautiful thing about this is you don't. I'm not only teaching you this information. I'm not just teaching you this information. I then say, all right, let's get to work, right? Let me educate you. Let's put it to practice. I have not seen that being done in any of the classes that I've been through, and I've been through a lot of classes. So I thought about this. I thought this was super awesome. This is super excited. And when I ran it by people, they're like, "Yeah, yo, sign me up right now." Because and if you stop and think about it, this is the only course that's out right now where you pay for the course and you know you're gonna make your money back. You know you're gonna make your money back. I guarantee that when we do these group projects, everybody's gonna make their money back. Like it's guaranteed. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying you're gonna be able to retire off of one project. No, but just think about what the implications of that is. You go to a class. It's a 2-day class. I can't pour everything I need to pour into you in just one day. It's a 2-day class. I pour everything into you. We go and we see property. At the property, I'm asking y'all questions, checking your knowledge based on what we learned in the classroom. And then after that, pair you guys up in groups, and then we're actually going in a contract and we're doing something, right? And the systems is already in place for y'all, right? I'm already getting deals thrown my way left and right just because I'm in the business. I already have access to all the hard money that I need. I'm in the business. I can get y'all lines of credit. I'm in the business. If y'all, I can match with y'all whatever y'all need to do to get into a deal. I will be there to match it. But amongst the 30 people, I don't see any problems with that. We're gonna figure it out some way somehow, right? Um, I have a construction company, so managing the projects is not going to be a problem. Managing the rehab, not going to be a problem. Getting the materials, not going to be a problem. And guess what? Once it's done, boom, your boy's a licensed real estate agent, and I'm killing it. I got more buyers than I can handle. So getting the property looking nice, getting photography, getting the video walkthroughs, probably doing staging if it's in the budget, getting it listed. You're gonna save a bunch of money by listing with me because I'm already a licensed real estate agent. I'm not gonna kill you guys on that side of the things. And then getting it sold. It's the system is in place for y'all to really see the whole thing work. And the reason I'm so excited about that, because once you go through the whole funnel, you're different. You're not the same person. Your confidence is different. Your swag is different. You're gonna walk with a little chip on your shoulder because you not only are you educated, you've actually seen it and participated in the deal going on, and that's something that not any of the classes that I've been through have brought to the table. And you're gonna get your money back. You're gonna get your money back. You know what I mean? You're gonna get your money back. So I think that that's why this course is completely different. As you can tell, I'm super excited. So go ahead to get to the next question. Next question is, how much do I need to have? Number one, you need to have $600. The class is $600. No discount. If you can't pay, don't come. You're not ready to invest. I'm not trying to hear it. I really want to charge 750, but since this is my first go at this stuff, we're gonna do 650. Next class, we're going up to 750, and that's it. Because there's a lot that's being offered here, and I think that you need to understand that number one, you got to invest to get the information, right? You just got to invest. If not, then you can spend your whole life on YouTube, Google everything you need to do. But if you're trying to get it from someone that's actually actively doing and building a rental portfolio, bro, you got to pay. And 600 is a reasonable price. I've been to classes that have charged more than double that. I just need you to understand the gravity of what you're paying for. And you just it's just that's a cheap course. I'm not trying to blow smoke up anyone's, I'm not trying to blow smoke in anyone's eyes, but you gotta pay to get in the game, yo. You gotta pay to get in the game. So the course is 600, and because I want to do this group project thing with everyone after, I would say that you should have in the bank at least 3 grand to play ball with, right? And again, you're gonna get that money back, right? Full disclosure, of course, we're investing in real estate. It's an investment. There's no guarantee that, any investment is going to perform. But from what I've been seeing in real estate, it's pretty stable. I haven't took an L that I have not been able to recover from at all, right? Because we're going in and we're being very aggressive with how we're buying. We're being very conservative. We're going to talk a lot about this in the class on how to make sure the way that I teach real estate. It's not to say, oh, we're going to avoid issues. No, I know we're going to run into issues. So when I'm buying, we put a buffer in place, right? When I'm doing my rehab, we put a buffer in place. And when I go to resell, we put a buffer in place. So there's a lot of, we're going in very, very conservatively, so that when issues come up, it's not a matter of if, it's when they come up, right? When they come up, we just say, you know what? We plan for this to happen. And that's a much better experience than, oh, an issue comes up and you're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? So I love saying with confidence that we're gonna get you your money back. So I'm almost sure that everyone that's coming in, let's say you pay the 600 for the class, you put up the 300 that we group, I mean the 3,000 to be part of the group, right? So really the way I'm looking at it is we got 30 people at 3,000 a piece. That's $90,000. We should be able to do 3 projects, 3 flips, and if we make a minimum of $30,000 per project, right? On top, and that's what we net after getting everyone's money back. Yo, there's no reason why everyone can't walk away in a better position than where they got started, right? There's absolutely no reason. So I'm very confident about that, and I just can't wait. I'm excited. Let's get to the next questions. What will be covered? Oops, I think I messed up here. This should be the next slide. All right, so question is, will there be an upsell? No, there's not going to be an upsell. I am not selling y'all nothing. There's no upsell, meaning that, I'm not going to be selling you guys on any other courses, any other services, or any other products, right? You come, you learn, and then we implement. That is all I'm trying to do here. And then what is group economics, right? So if you look at the top over here, right? It says from classroom to closings, leveraging group economics. So group economics, the Webster, the Webster version of that is that group economics is when a group with a common interest pulls their resources together to create a sustainable and secure economy for themselves. Right? So when a group, what's the group? The Philly30, right? Common interest, real estate investing, pulling their resources together, funds to create a sustainable, secure economy. Boom, we're improving our finances through real estate, right? that is exactly what this is all about. So instead of you going to a course and then you dip and you trying to pull the funds together yourself, nah, 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 sis, nah, 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 queen, nah, 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 king. Let's come together and do that, at least for the first one, right? So my goal, what I'm really excited about is not I'm not too concerned with the first deal because I'm running the show on the first deal, right? I can control everything, right? I'm running the deal on the first show, and I have all the resources to pull it off. I'm really just plugging one of you guys' deals into my system and I'm running it, right? That's the beautiful thing because I've been there, done that. I'm excited is that if you're in a group, let's say it's a group. I want to do 3 groups of 10s apiece, right? Let's say from that group of 10, maybe 6 of y'all stick together to do the second deal, and then the fourth deal, and then the fifth deal, right? That relationship is going to take you guys so much further than if it was just one person. I promise y'all. Y'all really need to understand this. You guys are going to be able to move so much quicker, because the losses aren't going to hit you guys as much. The setbacks aren't going to hit you guys as much because it's a group of y'all holding an umbrella, just digging through the BS, right? So I'm really, really excited about that one. Let's get to the next question. Do you have to participate with the group? Okay, so as much as I love this group economic concept, the answer is no. You do not have to. You don't have to. No, you can come get the information and then peace, right? And why would someone do that? They might already have a group in place already, right? They might already have an investment group in place already. They might already have family members that they want to work with in place already, right? And they might hit me on the side like, look, we don't want to do the group thing, but we do want to work with you. Let's run it that way, and that's perfectly fine, right? I'm still gonna help everyone that's still in the group, and if you want to step aside and say, listen, I got the means to pull this off by myself, okay, cool, I will help you in that manner. But what I will say, and I want to make you want everyone to understand this now, there will be a fee if you choose to step out of the group and do a solo project. I got to charge you guys a fee, period. Um, and then how will the groups be determined? So the groups are just gonna be it's just gonna be random, right? I'm gonna let you guys mingle, and we're gonna have some downtime to mingle all throughout the whole event. You're gonna be able to mingle and kind of figure out who you want to have as your as your group. But really, the way I'm thinking about it is I want a group of 3, and each group should have at least a pool of 30,000, right? And that might be something where, like, if 2 people say, listen, man, they got 15, I got 15, we're group over here, then that's great. We might have more than one group. I mean, we might have more than 3 groups, whatever. I don't know how this is going to play out, but I'm super excited. And we're getting a bunch of deals. So no matter how many groups pop out of this thing, bro, we're going to make it all happen. We're going to make it all happen. And I'm super excited. Super excited for that. But just to reiterate on this one, the goal is to have at least a group of 3 minimum with 10 people in it, and each person in that group has $3,000 to play ball with. So each group will have a total pool together of $30,000, and that's how we go in and we divide and conquer. All right, and the target is going to be flips. Target is going to be flips, right? Um, and that could change. We might, we each group might want to do something different, and I'm definitely open and willing to, change it up and switch it up and see what else we could do. And then a deal might come our way that's not a flip. Maybe it's a cash out refinance, and I might want to step in and say, look, I'll buy this, right? And then pay you guys on the cash out. Like, there's so many ways that this could be done. But long story short, I'm just excited. I'm really excited because the potential for what this class is can become once everyone is educated and this whole concept of group economics really comes into play is going to be super powerful. Super powerful. I cannot wait. I just can't wait. So I think we got a couple more questions. Oh, okay, cool. So topics that are covered, right? We're gonna start the class off. I'm gonna start the class off talking about mindset, right? And it's one of those like loosey goosey things where people just they don't pay attention to it at all. But mindset is such a critical thing. Mindset is super duper important. And let me give you a perfect example. I don't want to make this video too long, but there are people that started with that before I even got into real estate. I have friends and family members and things like that where before I got into real estate, I was going to events, I was reading books, I was paying for courses, I was doing all these things. And there were people that were in my circle that were doing the same thing I was doing, interested in getting into real estate, right? But they never made the move. They never made the move. Now here I'm at. Here's me, right? I don't even remember how many units right now. We're doing. I'm not gonna quote no numbers. I don't want y'all asking me for some money, but yo, we're doing well, man. We're doing really, really well. I'm not hurting for any type of money, right? And let me put it this way, because I'm at a point in my life. Here's what's going on with me right now. I got a property that I'm working on. I just bought another property cash, and I'm actively hunting to buy another property and put it in the pipeline. So I'm working on a property, right? I got another property that I paid in cash. It's just sitting there, and I still have the ability to purchase another one and put it in the pipeline, right? I'm blessed and highly favored. I have no complaints about that. However, if I would have never took the leap, and fumbled all my way through to get to the point where I'm at right now, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't be blessed financially with what I got going on right now, right? I'm so confident in my financial future I don't care who's going to be president. I don't care what type of tariffs go on. Like none of these things that people sweat about worries me, right? I'm working on building what is that, the FU position? I'm in a very nice FU position. I'm a six-figure guy, right? And it's all off the muscle. All off the muscle, yo. And that's a great position to be in. But I will say, when I first got in real estate, the mindset wasn't there. And that's why I struggled. It wasn't the lack of knowledge, right? Because you could fumble your way to success. It's not the lack of knowledge, but if you have the wrong mindset, oh, it don't matter. It don't matter because, right. There's a saying that says, yo, listen, the person that thinks they're right and the person that thinks they're not right are both wrong. I mean, are both right, right? Like if you think it can be done, you're correct. If you think it can't be done, you're also correct. Your reality is whatever you make it, and that's why it doesn't matter what I talk about. If I can't get your mindset around it, it won't matter. All right. But after that, boom, business creations. Everything we're doing has to be done in the name of an LLC. We're not, or any the name of a business. We're not touching anything in your personal name for liability reasons. Then once the entity formation is done, we got banking, credit, and finances. Right? When you're building this thing up, they're gonna rely on your personal for a little bit, especially the hard money. Right? So we got to pay attention to what's on your credit, and then on the finance side, you got to have at least the 3,000 plus the 600 for the class. We already talked about that. After that, securing sourcing leads. So how am I getting leads? Right? Number one, you got a network. Driving for I'm not. There's so many ways. I'm about to just ramble, and I'm not trying to make this video that long because I want you to come to the class. But there's so many ways that we're going to be sourcing leads, right? And you don't have to do all of them, right? I think one of the craziest things that people fail to realize is you don't need a bunch of deals, right? And for me, I might buy 3 properties a year. I'm not spending $1 trillion on mailing. I'm not cold calling 1,000 people a day. You know what I mean? Like you can do 2, 3 deals a year, right? And be good, right? I'm gonna increase my monthly net income by I think 2,000 this year off of 3 deals, and I probably had to put what 27 offers in or something like that, right? And if you break that down, and that's a combination of. All right, I'm about to start preaching, but just understand that the sourcing of the leads is not that difficult, right? And I'm so conservative that a lot of my deals are lowball offers. I'm typically coming in at 60 to 70% of whatever they're asking. So if someone says, "Yeah, listen, I'll sell this house for 100,000," my highest offer off the rip is going to be like, oh, I'll give you 60, right? So we'll talk. We'll talk. We'll talk. Next, we're going to talk about deal analysis and estimating a rehab. That is a very important skill, right? That is a very, very important skill. So we're going to talk about that. And again, you got to be conservative. You don't know what you don't know, right? So we're going to talk about that in depth because a lot of people, they live and they die by this. And I, for one, I went to school at Temple. My degree was finance. So this is where I start salivating. This is my favorite aspect of it. The deal analysis and estimating rehabs, by far are my favorite part of this of real estate. Next, getting under contract, right? And then managing that transaction, getting it to actually settlement, and what parties you need to work with to make that happen. Number four, permits and managing a rehab. Right. So before I even turn the camera on and do this video, I had to make a quick phone call to my drafter. Right. We put a permit. We had the floor plans for apartment building, a duplex that we're working on. Send that paperwork down to the city of Philadelphia, and sometime maybe a week ago, and we just got the rejection and the list of items that they need addressed. I sent them that email, gave them a call, like, yo, here's what's going on. Here's why they rejected it. Can you take a look at it and correct what you can correct? right? And I send the same email to my structural engineer because there's structural issues with the property. It's listed on the property, so they got to make changes on their end as well, and we keep it moving, right? So permits are super important. Now, if you know me at all, if you follow me on Instagram at all or YouTube or whatever, I am not that guy to always pull permits. I'm just not, right? If I'm doing a flip, listen, I might pull an electrical, I might pull a plumbing, bro. That's it. Um, and if you really, really know me, then you know that I might not even do that. I might just, go in there. I will do new electrical with a licensed electrician. I will do all new plumbing with a licensed plumber. I will do HVAC with the licensed HVAC. Everyone is licensed and insured. Get the property insulated, fire blocking, all that stuff. Close the walls up, and then just get an easy permit, right? And we'll talk about what that even means, right? So permits and managing rehabs, and then the managing rehabs, we're gonna go over how to not get burnt by a contractor. But the unfortunate thing is that if a contractor wants to burn you, yo, you're gone. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And people pipe up all this stuff about, oh, you could do this contract and da da da. That's great. That's great. But understand, if I'm a contractor and I'm out to just be a fraud, here's how easy it is. I start an LLC, right? I sign all the paperwork you want me to sign, and then I just foreclose the LLC, and I also declare bankruptcy. Boom, checkmate. You can't do nothing, man. So understand that portion of it, but nonetheless, we still gotta scare these contractors, right? So I'm gonna teach you guys a better way to, instead of trying to be confrontational and macho and my lawyer will chew you out type of fence. How do we manage? How do we create a beneficial relationship between them that supersedes the money? Right? How do we create that type of relationship with contractors where they look and be like, nah, I can't do this person like that, and turn it into a relationship based thing versus just a dollar as a transactional type thing. That's the best way to keep good contractors. All the legality stuff, bro. I mean, contractors are not lawyers, right? So we just really need to understand that. Last phase: rent, refinance, and repeat. Right. So a lot of people know me from the wholesaling. If a lot of people have found me through a video I did about wholesaling, probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago on YouTube. And back then I was willing and dealing, no doubt. It was cool. It was a good time. That's not the case anymore, right? So the method that works really well now, that's allowing you to get in and get out, get in and get out, is you got to is the cash out refinance play. And we're going to talk about that in depth because this is the way where we're able to put money down, use the hard money to get the job, to get the rehab done. Once it's done, get it rented. Once it's rented, security deposits have hit the bank. We got executed leases in our hand. We take that to a bank. They put a permanent financing on the property. You pay the hard money back. You get all your money back plus whatever you have left over that goes in your pocket, and you go back out there and you do it again. And this is something that I absolutely love, and I cannot sing its glory enough. Then the last and final thing is property management and accounting. Your boy, that's me, completely and royally, utterly messed up with the accounting portion. I messed up so bad that I think I just finished my taxes for 2017 and 2018 this Monday. That's how that's how bad I messed up. So we're gonna have my accountant come out and just speak so you guys aren't as screwed up as I am. You're off to a good start. So we're gonna have my accountant come out and really just drop games in regards to how to properly set yourself up, how to properly make sure you're getting the right documentation you need from the vendors that are giving you material, doing work for the property, just so you're able to properly relay that message to Uncle Sam. You know what I mean? All of you guys are going to be business owners, so accounting is such an important thing to understand. And unless you're an accountant, I don't recommend that you go at it yourself. Pay the effing money and have a proper CPA handle it, yo. It's not the highest and best use of your time, right? Put yourself in my position. You about to make $200,000. Are you really wasting your time and going over what receipt goes with what transaction? No. I got bookkeeping in place. I got CPAs looking at my files. I don't worry about that. They call me and say, "Yo, what is this?" I explain it to them. They take care of it, right? We meet on a monthly basis. Hey, yo, bro, you're not on track to do six figures this year. Yes, I am. Well, I'm in a contract with these 7 properties. We've got this flip that we about to do. Oh, okay, cool. And just wanted to make sure you out here moving. and they keep you accountable. It's a beautiful thing. So I cannot scream how important it is to have a CPA and accountant on your side. On top of that, you're gonna need a legal attorney. But I don't want to I don't want to talk too much. I'm getting super excited because I just can't wait. So many people are going to get impacted by this class, and then once we do the group project, so many people are going to have everything they need to go out there and knock it out the park, and that's something that I'm literally standing up and making this video. I'm super excited. I got my hands swinging everywhere. And I'm just super excited. So let's go, let's go, let's go. I think this is a class that's going to benefit every single person that attends, and I cannot wait to meet you there. Again, this is Ugo Opara, PA licensed real estate agent and investor, and I am signing out.